Hey, everybody. It is time for your Browns Friday Fumble.
Fall on it.
Don't do the pirate stuff.
Arr.
Please. There's two things you don't do. You don't try to pick it up and run, and you don't do the pirate voice.
But it's the Raiders week.
Yes, but the Buccaneers are way more pirate than the Raiders.
Well, we've got to fit in.
They just have an eye patch, and now you're just Irish.
You're right.
My name is Dave.
I'm Dylan.
And we are here to get you set Victory Friday.
Whew, it's been a great 10 days, buddy.
The long week.
Has it been 10? Not yet.
It's close. The long week has been good to us. We are basking in the glory.
Got some bonus glory days in there.
Some bonus
Thank you,
glory days.
Bruce
And I'm just
Springsteen.
I'm gonna go ahead and, well, you know how Dylan said it was too close to call? The real thing that was too close to call was who deserves more credit in this victory, Dylan or myself. And those are the
Yes.
two people that are in the running. I know some of you are thinking...
No one else is being considered.
I know you guys are thinking, Baker Mayfield. I know you guys are thinking, Carlos Hyde,
Yeah,
2
they're great.
touchdowns.
Okay.
New kicker, didn't miss kicks.
New baby. Congratulations, Carlos.
Yeah, but the real heroes here, tie game, 1-1
Yep.
between me and Dylan,
Yep.
because we convinced Uncle Jack to pay for the primetime Browns,
Yes,
baby.
sir. Yes, sir. It took a little doing.
It did take some doing. It took a little poking, prodding. We eventually had to go to...
Down to the old Wally world.
We went to Circle K to get Uncle Jack. We had to get him a money order.
Yep.
And so we did that Wednesday, thinking that he would then deposit that into the bank, use his credit card to get the primetime Browns.
We did say that we would cover $5 over the cost of primetime Browns.
Yeah.
We did say that.
And we wondered why he wanted that. We thought he was just being a jerk. No, he was using the primetime Browns that is not billed through your credit card, not billed through your phone. You could do it like via text message. He said he doesn't believe in that.
It's a literal no postage necessary. Mail in this envelope.
Yeah, you can click the button on your Cablevision box, and it will just show up on your Cablevision bill. And, just hit the button, Uncle Jack. But no, he wanted to do it what he called the proper way.
Well, this guy buys cars in cash.
Yeah, he does not like to be in hock to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So Uncle Jack, and I will say he did it Wednesday,
Yes.
went down to Western Union, and he wired the money to pay for the primetime Browns.
Now,
Only one problem.
You may have noticed a little discrepancy.
Yes, he did it Wednesday evening at about, I'd say, 9:30 p.m.
Just about.
Well, guess what? A wire transfer takes 24 hours to clear, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So that is why the first half of the game, this was a quintessential, as Dylan likes to say,
A tale of two halves.
yeah, you chalk it up, tale of two halves, tale as old as time. So we're sitting there thinking, Uncle Jack, didn't you...
I thought you paid for it.
Didn't
I
you
just
pay for that?
handed
Because
you a
we
money
paid
order.
you for that. Because, we could
Cost
be...
me $3.75.
We could be sitting here eating some Papa John's because we've got that half off a medium one-topping pizza coupon from a couple years ago.
Yeah, Domino's.
As long as it's not Pizza Hut with that Pittsburgh football commercial, that's terrible. So they're off our radar.
Ugh.
Anyway, we could be eating some za here, Uncle Jack, and he's like, I paid it. I sent the money. And then he explained it, and all of a sudden, about 9:30 rolls around.
Voila.
Tyrod Taylor apparently was hurt, and in came Baker Mayfield, the primetime QB.
Western Union received.
Yes, Western Union received the payment. They processed it. They went to the Western Coast offense and just started pushing the ball down the field. And, the rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is history. Dave, there's something that we can't ignore this.
You know what? You're right. We've been talking about this a little bit. Over the last few years, I like to say that the only Browns fans left are diehard Browns fans.
Yep.
Because the other ones died.
You got that right.
Anybody was a die easy has died.
Yes.
There's a lot of dead fans.
But there's only diehards left.
Yes, that it's a hard thing for you to do.
Mm-hmm. And here we sit.
But in our 10-day spree of enjoying ourselves,
we came across some...
well, let's just call it what it is. Let's call a spade a spade.
Do it.
People jumping on the Browns bandwagon. Welcome,
Yep.
welcome, welcome. The Browns are all of a sudden the Golden State goddamn Warriors of the NFL.
I know.
And people are jumping on the bandwagon left and right.
We got our own Baker friggin' Curry over there. And
Yeah. But you know what? I don't want to be so cynical of this. It was a great game. Great win for the
really
Browns.
was.
I love it. But
some of these fans, though, Dave, they don't even remember what it was like, right?
yeah,
They don't remember what it was
they don't
like.
get the hard times. And you know what? It's all of this Brown stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know, and I don't want you guys to peek behind the curtain too much of our everyday lives. Dylan and I love doing this podcast about the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
But we all know that in Cleveland, the Browns are maybe a tertiary thing.
Yeah. Third at best.
Yeah, at best, behind the Cavaliers, the Tribe, because it's a baseball town. But above all, guys, I don't know if you know this, it's a Buckeye town, okay? And for all you people to pretend that all of a sudden your savior's here with Baker Mayfield and the Browns, guess what? J.K. Dobbins has been here. It's week 3, week 4, and you got 2 guys that are in the top 7 for Heisman voting? What are you doing caring? I know it's a great game, but it's one game, Browns fans.
We've seen so many one games out of rookie quarterbacks.
Dude, did you see the game against Tulane?
Guys.
Did you see the game against Rutgers?
We're spending all this airtime going over the successes of this Browns football team that has won a single game.
One game. Guess
and
what?
Urban Meyer is sitting on your sideline.
Urban Meyer is back. First of all, he's back. I don't know if you guys, but let's just pretend here for a second that the Browns even matter in Cleveland.
Yeah. Judging by the amount
of bandwagon fans are there. But guess what? Real money is made on Saturdays.
You got that right.
You know, Dylan and I, we bleed red and dark white. We love Bluto, the Buckeye-headed mascot that's tramping around the stadium. We know it's every Clevelander's dream to dot the H or cross the H. You know, it's just get some perspective, people.
Yeah, tell you what, you do a little thought experiment next time you're at a Tribe game, next time you're at a Cleveland Browns game, next time you're at a Cavaliers game. Count the red polos with the big O on the pocket.
For an Ohio State University, baby.
I mean, there's got 72% of Cleveland has had to have attended.
Judging by the
university.
stickers I see on cars alone, it's 72 to 74%. And one of them could tell me because Ohio State has such a great statistics program. But the amount of Calvin's piss on Michigan logos around here is off it could fill Lake Erie. So
you live in Ohio.
Cleveland is part of Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
The only way we could be into something more than this is if the United States of America had a national football team, which they do, Washington football. So we're all those fans too. But let's keep some perspective, everybody. It's a Buckeye town. I love those necklaces. They're the best. With the nuts on them, love it.
Oh, hey, Dave, we should talk about the ALCS maybe coming up against Houston.
No. All right, little Browns news coming at you from the top news source, www.clevelandbrowns.com/news.
The only place for your Browns news, a primary source. Dave, what do we got first on that?
Well, number one, as expected, Hugh Jackson said he needed to, quote, watch the tape. Well, apparently he has watched the tape and determined that even after Tyrod Taylor is released from the concussion protocol, rookie Baker Mayfield will take over as the Browns' starting quarterback.
So the Browns play at 4 this week, and that's always very confusing for us Eastern time zoners.
Dylan, I'm going to level with you. It ruins my Sunday. I mean,
it ruins it,
The
absolutely.
1 o'clock game is perfect. You have some lunch. You watch the game. When you're done,
you can snack and not feel like crap afterwards.
Yeah, you can. Game's over. You can go grocery shopping. You can get your chores done. There's still some weekend left.
No, there's not dusk interrupting the halftime show.
Duskus interruptus. So here at the Friday Fumble, we have decided as a public service to give you some tips of what you can do between the hours of 1 and 4 this Sunday.
So the first thing comes to mind right off the bat, of course, Middleburg Heights Hot Oat Yoga. Sessions start at 1:35 over there on Sunday, and beginners get a 10% discount when you use offer code FridayFungus. Now, I'm pretty sure that was probably just a miscommunication.
Yeah, I think it was a miscommunication, but at this point, it's too late to change it, they told me.
Yeah, so now it's not Friday Fumble, it's Friday Fungus.
Friday Fungus, but there is
Fungus.
The owner, after calling him back, he made sure to tell the audience that there is no fungus. That problem has been resolved. So the other thing you could do, if you don't feel like doing some really, really, really warm yoga, mow your goddamn lawn, for God's sake. Looks like shit. Your neighbors are complaining. You're leaving notes on your door. Just get out there with the snapper and take care of it. I'm not even asking you to weed eat. Just do the main stuff. You don't need to do the trim. Save the trim. Just knock the main stuff down.
Not Fortnite, I guess.
I guess you could maybe talk to your nephew about how to get that set up. You could post a silly Instagram story about your dog with a cute little filter on it.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
Rewatch the Buckeyes game.
Yeah.
Duh.
Get some more Dobbins in your life.
No doy.
You DVR'd that. Your Cablevision DVR. Maybe you could rent an ATV. Do a little stump jumping.
Maybe you could put your phone down for 5 goddamn minutes and listen to her truth for once.
Or, once your nephew gets that set up, you could probably just Fortnite, I guess. He could probably tell you how to do it. Director of Football Operations Moose Dog was unavailable this week for his usual Wednesday press conference because of an unknown intruder threatening the Browns' front offices. He courageously protected the offices through a series of barks, loud and soft, and several growls, until the intruder, driving a large brown truck, fled in fear. Having bested this foe and protected the entire office complex, Mr. Dog returned to his bed where he had left his red Kong toy. Well, this is the time where we would, generally
know your foe.
But this week,
Dave, I'm going to be straight up and down with you right now. Ice Cube scared the living crap out of me in the 4th grade with his Raiders hat.
Yeah, that's an intimidating man. Remember the year 1990, 1991. This was not Are We There Yet, Ice Cube.
No, this was L.A. Raiders, by the way.
Yeah.
This was L.A. Ice Cube, by the way.
This was AK-47, but
yeah, didn't have to use it.
On a good day, he didn't have to use it, which implies...
When the Lakers beat the Supersonics.
Yeah, but it implies on a bad day, he would have to use it. And a bad day would be a day that maybe the Raiders lost a game.
Right. The implication stands. Right?
You know, the mascot alone,
yeah.
he lost an eye. He keeps coming back for more.
This guy.
I mean, I'm not saying that you couldn't probably outfox him because he has really poor depth perception. But still, someone with that amount of tenacity that's going to lose an eye and keep fighting, that's scary to me.
He's like I'm the captain now kind of guy. You know?
Yeah, it's like, you know, you lose an eye, you retreat a little bit, and you know what? I got no backups after this.
He puts the knife in his mouth, in his jowls.
Yeah,
and comes aboard.
Yeah,
you know, I know we have a dog pound, but do you know what black holes do, Dave?
Yeah, I do.
They eat suns out of existence. This is what we're talking about here, man.
Yeah, a dog pound, maybe you'll get, worst case scenario, bit.
I mean, you'll get mauled. You could get mauled.
You could get mauled or bit.
You could absolutely have very serious injuries.
You could
from
get
that.
a
Don't let me
disease of some
undersell
sort.
that.
You could be allergic to dogs.
If they stitch the wound, then it's probably going to fester. You'll probably have to lose that arm.
You might have rabies. You could lose an arm.
Yeah, that's some serious business. But look, we're talking.
But you never end up in another goddamn dimension. You're always in the same dimension, whether you've been mauled or not. That's why black holes are so scary. Think of the consequences here. What are we even doing going to Oakland? Hugh Jackson, tell me what we're doing here. All right, let's take a look at this Raiders roster.
From Star Trek: The Next Generation, Jordy LaNelson.
Son of Browns defensive end Myles Garrett, Colton Miller.
At left guard, Latin hip-hop star. I know you know these guys. Kalichi Ozomatli.
Oh, loved them. Late 90s. Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Former Cleveland Cavalier, Rodney Hudson.
At tight end, Jared Sook.
An old-time favorite. 1980s gaming system, Atari Cooper.
Brokerage firm, Marshawn Lynch.
You know, I have a couple of investments with Marshawn Lynch.
Very solid.
They're very, very well performing.
The hedge side or mutual?
Mutual. I play it safe.
Very good.
South Park creator, Brandon Parker.
Recently acquired in the move to Las Vegas, A.J. McCarran Airport.
You know what? This is bigger than people realize because an NFL team having acquired its own airport, that's a big deal. That's an advantage on game day. Especially.
That's straight out of the mind of Mark Davis.
Yeah, Mark Davis, he said, you know what? I'm going to negotiate this deal. I'm going to build a stadium. I'm going to get the airport.
And haircut.
Having a proper haircut can wait. Then you've got the brotherly combo of quarterback Derek Carr and tight end Derek Carter.
Let's go over to the other side of the ball, Dave. What do you got on defense?
You know what? Who cares? Not Khalil Mack anymore. Why would any of the other players matter other than Frosty goddamn Rucker, who's younger than us but old?
Well, if we look at the special teams assignments, we've got punter Johnny Football or Johnny Townsend.
Johnny Football. You got kicker Mike the Nugent from Ohio State University. All right, everybody.
Woo, woo, woo.
Don't you worry. Even though Baker Mayfield has been named the starting quarterback, he assured us he's going to keep doing the Baker Mayfield's Baker Dozen.
And boy, does he have a good one for you guys today. Now, remember.
Let us remember the format, the Baker's Dozen. Common story. You've heard it before. 12 donuts. You get an extra one because the baker is a generous fellow who woke up at 4 in the morning, is a little bit loopy around 9 o'clock.
But he delivers them donuts.
He delivers them donuts,
right
and that's why we are delivering to you 6 things because Baker Mayfield's number is 6. So here we have the top 6 things that have happened between the last 2 Browns wins.
Right. Let's fire it up with number 6, Dave. I got here, this is from Baker himself. Wendy's changed their Frosty recipe twice in that time.
Neither of those was to Frosty Rucker. Tiger Woods won 0 major tournaments.
Number 4, humanity learned agriculture and leveled up their town hall in Sid Meier's civilization.
You know, that town hall upgrade seems expensive, but it really pays off in the end. The more peasants you can get out there working, getting roads built.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of available engineering tasks from that point, just exponential.
Yeah. Great move.
Mm-hmm. What do you got for number 3?
Number 3, you guys might not know this, Dylan learned to play the clarinet.
Number 2, Connor got his temps.
Big news. And number 1, and remember, this is in Baker's voice.
Yeah, this is from Baker.
It says, your mother and I fell in love.
I'm not sure.
Does he send the email to me or you?
It just goes to the inbox. So.
Did he just make an I banged your mom joke?
Maybe it's to the city of Cleveland?
I mean,
it's not like we're not all
he's a
cool
young man. My mom is 70. It's not a good thing to want to, maybe he's young. Maybe let's just let that go. All right, Dylan.
Let's get down to the brass tacks.
We got a new starting quarterback.
Brand new.
We have a facility
so brand special.
that is safe from large brown trucks. We got a long 10-day preparation period with that quarterback, with our safe facility. We're headed out to Oakland a couple of days early to get acclimated. Mm-hmm. Apparently, we've conquered the fear of going through a dimensional black hole. Mm-hmm. We're playing on a field that's half grass, half dirt, all crappy from what I've heard.
Yes.
There's just so much to try to know about this.
Well, and one thing I am going to say here, Dave, is that in the days of Cleveland past, we have had our moments of glory in Oakland.
Yes.
In days of potential future, we will also have our days of glory via the Tribe, potentially meeting the Oakland Athletics in the playoffs further on the run. Now, this game that we are facing with the Browns versus the Oakland Raiders.
Let's keep it in Cleveland here. The Buckeyes don't play anybody from California till maybe the playoffs.
Too close to call, Dave. I cannot. I'm not.
There's so many variables. There's so many variables here.
There's
a baseball field in the middle of the football field. How is anybody supposed to predict what's going to happen?
A lot of calculation. I mean, how many kicks are we going to have? Because kicking is a thing that we've had
issues with
this year.
Yeah, you just assumed that those field goals would go through.
You just make an assumption, and then all of a sudden, Bane Gonzalez comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And
he just loves
nature. Plants a nuclear device. In the middle of the field,
or in this case, he's planted a baseball field in the middle of the field.
Earthquakes. Have we considered earthquakes? There? What if nobody shows up, Dave? They're moving to Las Vegas.
Yeah, they might just not even. They might go to the. They might have sent the wrong forwarding address. Everybody goes to the wrong place. They go to an empty lot where a stadium is half built.
Supposed to be there. Browns showed up. Where are you guys? Meet us in Vegas.
Hey, just meet us at the Bellagio. One other factor we got to consider here, Dylan. Baker Mayfield could be zooming down the field, throwing it to Jarvis Landry, throwing it to David Njoku, throwing it to Rashard Higgins, throwing it to Antonio Callaway.
I expect all of these things.
Those things are all going fine.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Draymond Green pops out of nowhere, kicks him square in the nuts.
Oh, Jesus.
How are you supposed to predict that? How are you supposed to account for that?
You don't, and guess what else? The officiating, not going to call it.
Not going to call it.
Going to let him walk all over him.
Yeah, he's going to stomp around.
Throw his little tantrum.
And you know what? The amount of cosmic uncertainty that close to a black hole. Time is swirling like a toilet bowl down the drain. Time is just being sucked into it.
How many extra dimensions are we going to have to be dealing with on the offensive game plan?
I don't have time to get Neil deGrasse Tyson in here to explain how dangerous this game is. I don't have time for that.
I'll tell you what he would say. Too dangerous.
Too dangerous to go there.
Read a book.
Maybe
Learn about it yourself.
Yeah. So
space is amazing.
Yeah, great. Where's Bill Nye? Let's hug. Anyway, I'm going to call it. You say it's too close to call. I'm saying the Browns win 26-17. And the only reason they get those 17 points is probably Draymond Green related. I don't think the defense gives up any points. Yeah. I think there's some Draymond Green stuff. That's his normal. Well, he'll get his 10 and 10.
Yeah, he's good.
And so then the Raiders will get one touchdown to go with his 10 points.
Yeah, he's a real good inside presence. So you can't. I mean, you really can't.
He's going to get his 10 and 10. There's really. I mean, there's no point in trying to take away that.
Yep.
All right, folks, thank you for listening. My name is Dave.
I am Dylan.
You can follow us on Twitter at Friday Fumble.
Mm-hmm. Or individually if you choose.
At DIMOKO.
That's Dave. And I am at Dylan B. Price. B as in boy separates the Dylan and the Price. And Dylan is spelled with a Y and an A.
Or just follow Friday Fumble, which is spelled as it should be. And another reminder, there is no fungus problem at Middleburg Heights Hot Yoga. That was taken care of by Middleburg Heights Fungus Removal Systems, which is not an advertiser on this show, so I'm not going to give them any more free plugs. Anyway, this was supposed to be the straight part. Thank you for listening. We will see you next week.
Go Browns!